Good morning, Saints. I hope that you are well. Welcome to this, the first day of spring. Here we are, 12 weeks into 2020. And who would have imagined that we would be where we are presently? 12 weeks in, and the country is facing a challenge that it has never yet faced before. Indeed, these are worrying times, times that try men's souls. And sadly, already earlier this week, we heard of the first Adventist fatalities to the coronavirus. So our thoughts go out to those families and indeed our communities and the whole country, the leadership of the country as well at these times. I'd like to share with you just a thought from Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41, where Jesus said to his disciples, "Watch and pray." He then went on to say that we should watch and pray lest we enter into temptation, that the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Indeed, I'd just like to focus on those two themes, watching and praying. In this current climate, indeed, we need to watch what's taking place, and we need to have faith and allow the Spirit to encourage our faith, to pray to our God who is in control of all things at all times, as we have been learning through the Sabbath School lesson quarterly this last week and throughout this quarter, to watch and pray. It's quite interesting, as many of you will know. I've had the opportunity, and I'm still having the opportunity, to further my development as a pastor through learning how to work with families by studying at King's College in London, family therapy. And they're going through all changes down there. Classes have been cancelled, but we now have to do them online and this and that and so forth and so forth. And the letter was sent out from a number of the leading staff members, but one particular was sent out on Wednesday that caught my eye, which was from the principal and president of King's College London. And in that, he closed by saying, I offer you my best wishes and prayers. And I thought it quite interesting that here was the leader of the King's College University system, campus and everything. And here he was openly and freely encouraging folks through his best wishes and his prayers. Something that at times people don't often talk about, prayer or praying. Social conversation that isn't often always had, because maybe sometimes people are afraid of talking about spirituality and about faith and about religion. But here was the principal encouraging folks to say that he is wishing us all through prayer that we will get through this thing. Perhaps maybe as we watch and pray in this time frame, that we can encourage folks to think about praying to God, that God is a deliverer, that God is a comforter, especially to those who are hurting or have lost individuals, that God is in control, and that he loves us even though we may not know him or understand all that takes place. To watch, to see what is taking place around us, in our communities, in our land, across the world, and to pray to God that one day these things will be no more as he has promised. To create a faith, to create a conversation, to create a context of dialogue with the author of life, with the God of heaven and earth, because he loves us. And perhaps yet to reach out to him as he's always reaching out to us. So friends, saints, at this time, let us continue to worship and to praise our God, to trust in him, for everything is in his control. And what's more, we are in his hands because he cares and loves for us all. And according to that text, let us watch and pray, because he is the salvation. He is the author of our salvation. He is the shepherd of our souls, and he is the comforter who knows how to comfort in our times of distress, and he is the God of all hope. May we all be encouraged in the faith that we can find in the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ, in these trying times. Let us watch and pray. God bless.